The art of living a good life involves striking a balance between our responsibilities and our aspirations. We constantly seek advice on how to manage this balancing act effectively, don't we? But sometimes the answers we're seeking are hidden in plain sight, waiting for us to discover them in everyday occurrences around us. Take, for instance, this seemingly simple statement. A single drop of water can never quench your thirst. At first, this might appear to be a very basic observation about water. After all, it's common sense that a single drop, however precious, can't fully satisfy our thirst when we're parched. And yet, there is a deeper layer to this proverb that invites us to consider its broader implications in various facets of our lives. So let's dive in together and explore this proverb, its meaning, and the insights it offers about life. When we talk about our thirst, we're not just referring to a physical need for hydration. We're also talking about our emotional and psychological needs. We all have dreams, goals, and aspirations that drive us. When we achieve these, it's as if a part of us is quenched. But this satisfaction is rarely lasting. Soon enough, we find ourselves setting new goals and pursuing fresh dreams, much like our thirst for water, which never seems to be fully quenched. So the question is, how do we deal with this unending thirst for more? How can we navigate this inherent dissatisfaction that seems to be a part of the human condition? In essence, the proverb is teaching us that life is a process, a journey, rather than a destination. Our needs and desires are not static. They evolve and expand as we do. What satisfies us today might not be enough tomorrow. This should not discourage us, though. Instead, it should serve as a reminder to appreciate the journey, the pursuit itself, and not just the end result. The beauty of life lies in this endless quest, in the continuous striving and evolving. So instead of constantly chasing the mirage of ultimate satisfaction, we can learn to enjoy the chase, to savor each step along the way. But how do we apply this wisdom in our daily lives? Here's one concrete way: setting realistic expectations. Often our dissatisfaction stems from our unrealistic expectations. We expect immediate results from long-term endeavors. We expect to fall in love once and for all. We expect to find the perfect job in just a few interviews. The problem is not with our expectations per se, but with expecting these big changes from small efforts. The proverb tells us that one drop of water is not enough to quench your thirst. So why do we expect one small action to bring about massive transformations in our lives? Why do we expect to become fluent in a language after studying it for a day, or to master a musical instrument after playing it for a week, or to transform our bodies after a month of sporadic workouts? We need to understand that big transformations take time, consistent effort, and above all, realistic expectations. Another powerful lesson this proverb teaches us is the importance of preparation and patience. When we're thirsty, we don't just wait for a single drop of water to appear magically. We look for sources of water. We plan, prepare, and take steps to get to where water is available. Similarly, in life, we need to invest time and effort in preparing for what we want. There's no such thing as a shortcut, something for nothing. If we want to achieve something worthwhile, we must be prepared to put in the necessary work. Patience plays a crucial role here. When we're thirsty, we can't just keep waiting indefinitely for a drop of water to quench our thirst. We have to take action. Similarly, when faced with challenges in life, we can't just wait for things to fall into place. We have to actively work towards our goals, knowing that success often takes time and patience. This leads us to another essential aspect of the proverb: resourcefulness. When we're extremely thirsty, we don't just sit around waiting for someone to hand us a glass of water. we become resourceful. We might use whatever means at our disposal to obtain water. We might use a container to collect rainwater, dig a well, or even use a straw to extract water from a nearby puddle. In the same way, when faced with difficult situations in life, it's helpful to be resourceful. We need to think outside the box and come up with creative solutions to problems. Resourcefulness is not only about finding solutions, but also adapting to changing circumstances. Just as we would adapt the way we collect water based on the weather or the terrain, we need to be flexible in our approach to life. We need to adapt our plans and strategies as circumstances change. This flexibility allows us to navigate through tough times more effectively and to emerge stronger and wiser on the other side. Furthermore, the proverb teaches us a valuable lesson about gratitude. When we're thirsty, we learn to appreciate the value of water. We realize that water is not just a substance we take for granted. It's a life-sustaining resource that we should cherish. Similarly, in life, we often take things for granted. We might complain about the heat when it's sunny, the cold when it's freezing, or the rain when it's pouring. But it's important to remember that every situation has its challenges and its lessons. Instead of complaining, we can choose to be grateful for what we have and to find opportunities for growth and learning in every situation. This shift in perspective allows us to live a more positive and fulfilling life. It enables us to turn challenges into opportunities and to find contentment in the midst of adversity. As we continue to reflect on the meaning of this proverb, let's not forget the importance of community. When we're thirsty, we don't just think about our own needs. We also consider the needs of those around us. We might help others to find water or share what we have with those who are less fortunate. Similarly, in life, we shouldn't just focus on our own goals and aspirations. We should also consider the needs and challenges of those around us. By helping others, sharing our resources, and building a sense of community, we not only alleviate their suffering, but also enrich our own lives. Acts of kindness and generosity, no matter how small, can make a significant impact on our overall well-being and happiness. In conclusion, the seemingly simple proverb, "A single drop of water can never quench your thirst," carries with it profound life lessons. It reminds us of the transient nature of our desires and the importance of appreciating the journey rather than just the destination. It encourages us to be patient, to prepare well, and to be resourceful in the face of challenges. It also teaches us the value of gratitude in every situation and the significance of considering the needs of others. By internalizing these lessons, we can navigate the complexities of life more effectively, turning challenges into opportunities for growth and finding contentment in the midst of our pursuits. Remember, the true art of living lies not in quenching our thirst once and for all, but in embracing the continuous flow of life's experiences and finding satisfaction in the journey itself. Thank you for joining me in exploring this timeless wisdom. Until next time.